Well, a key reason why those small businesses partnered with local artists was to keep their businesses visible, even with closed storefronts, as they struggled with the ongoing crisis. For more, I spoke to Mabell Fernandez, the Market Access Program Director at Start Small, Think Big. We discussed ways that small businesses can get online and boost their marketing efforts.
We've had that question come up a lot now when our businesses are finding themselves not being able to have in-person interaction with their customers and sort of considering moving online. What we recommend is that a business sort of do a little bit of soul searching first. What will their customers think about the business going online? Are their customers likely to go searching for that business, for that product and service in a digital space, or are they more likely to call or search a marketplace, right? Sometimes taking on the task of creating an e-commerce website so that you can sell products from your website can not only be expensive, but also very time consuming. So oftentimes having a landing page that just kind of validates you in an online world and says, hey, we exist, can suffice if the business can also join some online marketplace like, let's say, Etsy or Grubhub or any of those sort of bigger retailers, Facebook Marketplace, where customers are more likely to jump on the platform to go to buy the product and then stumble on your business, rather than the customer looking specifically for your business and then making the purchase. So we recommend that entrepreneurs think about their customers, how likely are they to go on a website and make a purchase versus a marketplace. We also then, if they decide that they want to have sort of the e-commerce capability or the website capability for themselves, is making sure that they have the right infrastructure and the right tools and resources in place to launch a website. Websites can often feel like they're really easy to create, but then you go to build it and you realize you need photos, you need a logo, you need content. So we ask entrepreneurs to make sure they have those things in place. Do they have a logo that is high resolution that will display well in a computer? Do they have a brand identity guide that sort of dictates their colors, their fonts, their tone? Do they have actionable content? So not just writing something on a page for the sake of writing it, but having something that customers will read and respond to and decide, okay, let me go take a step, right? Let me sign up for a newsletter. Let me make a purchase. Let me book an order. Let me schedule a meeting.
And it certainly sounds like there are a lot of steps, and obviously that can be overwhelming for someone who's completely brand new to this space. In terms of sort of the first steps, what are some of the biggest pitfalls or mistakes that you're seeing some new businesses tend to make because they're sort of in panic mode? They're trying to save their business, obviously amid the lockdowns and the protests, and they don't really know where to start. And there's this laundry list of things that they need to try and get done.
Totally. So I would first start and say, and sort of put in a plug for Start Small, say there are nonprofits, there are organizations out there to help you. We do all of that. We can help you with your brand guide. We can help you with your logo. We can help you come up with the actionable content. And we do all of that for free around the U.S. So you don't need to live in New York City or in California to be eligible for that. So tap into other experts and organizations that can help you with building that kind of collateral. But like you say, you're totally right. It can be overwhelming because it feels like I have so much to do and I need to make a sale today because my business might shut down. So be realistic about what you're capable of doing today and sort of lay out small bite-sized steps for you to do. There are, if you don't have photos for your products, there are a lot of stock images that you can get online for free or that you can pay a small amount for if you want sort of nicer images. There are website builders that allow you to sort of just drag and drop content like Squarespace and Weebly and, you know, there's a ton of them there. So try to be realistic with what you can do and when you want to do it by, and tap into a community of resources both in the nonprofit space but also in the digital space that have a lot of free stuff available to sort of help you take those steps.
And you mentioned community. Obviously, you have your social media community, and you also have your actual community, you know, out and about and around you. In terms of really trying to start to engage while also keeping what's going on, you have the protests, you have the pandemic, a lot of racial injustice. How do you set the tone for that while still being authentic and telling your story?
Totally. So we've been telling our entrepreneurs to think about two things. The first is being honest and transparent. Like, be true to who you are, to what you stand for, both in the COVID world and in the protest world. If your business has previously made a stance, then go ahead and do that, but don't do it just because you feel like you need to, right? Make sure it's coming from a place that's genuine, because customers can read through that. When it comes to COVID, also be honest with them about the challenges you're facing. Is your business operating? Are you able to take orders? What are you doing to help? What are you doing to make a difference during this time? And then evaluate yourself and your business capability. So once you have sort of a communication strategy on, let me let people know where we are and what we're thinking about doing, then evaluate your own capabilities to operate as a business. Can you actually fulfill orders during this time? Has your supply chain been impacted? Do you have inventory around that you can ship, or are you lacking that? And so think about how you're going to handle that when a customer says, hey, I'd like to book your service, or I'd like to make a purchase, if you don't have the inventory, right? Are you doing pre-sales? Or are you saying, hey, limited time only, we have this unique supply, we need to move the inventory out? Also think about your customers. What do they actually need during this time? And can you leverage your expertise to sell them something to solve a problem for them, right? Sell them a solution to a problem they might have. So is your customer, I often give the example of a salon. You think of a salon, they're not operating right now. People can't go right to a salon and dye their hair or whatever, but your salon has the special chemical composition of the color that you need to get your hair done in the way that you like it. Why not then solve the problem of you need your hair to look good, but you can't come in, and sell you that as a do-it-yourself at home with a virtual consultation. I've now launched a new service, but leveraging my own expertise.